Welcome back to Shane's DIY. Today we're going to try out the MaxJax motorcycle adapter for the lift. Lifting up my brother's Honda Goldwing motorcycle. Got my brother's Honda Goldwing today out here to try out the MaxJax motorcycle adapter. I bought the ultimate or the premium package when I got my MaxJax, and it's been over a year I think, and I've never even had the motorcycle adapter out of the box. So today had him come out so we could give it a try. I couldn't find any videos of this online except for like a 13-year-old video from MaxJax with a different model even, showing you how to lift it. And almost all the videos I could find where they're putting a motorcycle on a standard lift that wasn't lifting it up by the wheels was a Harley Davidson. And I've noticed that my brother's got several motorcycles and none of them have a flat bottom, so I really don't know. We're going to have to try to figure out how it's going to sit on this and not fall over or not crush something on the bottom. So we're going to try that out today on the bike. We'll show you the bottom of it. There's a skid plate on the bottom of this bike that's got to come off, and it looks like we're going to have to jack on the engine block and maybe some other bracketry, so we'll have to take a look at that and see how it's going to work. For starters, let me show you how this adapter mounts on the lift. So here's the adapter. It's got these slots that slides over the two lift arms, and then there's pins that retain it so it can't slide in or out. It does fit pretty snugly, so let me demonstrate sliding it on. So you swing these out, put them in parallel, and you remove the lift pads. And you just slide these out all the way. And then these just straddle out. And then you just line up the guide pins. That's it. So you can see it's totally flat. It does have some kind of a slightly spongy rubber surface on it, so you're not metal to metal on the bottom of your bike. One of the complaints I read about on the reviews on the MaxJax website was that this ramp is a little too steep, so it gets hard to get the bike over it. That's not going to work. So I'll probably get a couple of 2x6s or something and make another little ramp extender just to make a more gradual slope to get that over that. Maybe even a little block here to roll over. And then that would let you get the bike on a little easier. Another thing we thought about was just leaving this off. Slide those in, ride your bike in. Once your bike's straddling these, then just pull them back out. And then put the then you wouldn't have to drive over it at all. That's a pretty simple installation, and you can put that on either lift post. I just decided this one would make more sense because it centers it in the garage better, and it wouldn't be supposed to my workbench. Alright, so here's the Goldwing we're going to try first on the lift. What year is this?
2006.
2006 Honda Goldwing. Is there a certain model it is or anything?
Nope, they're all basically the same. I mean, it's got the audio comfort, I think it's called, and the
Okay.
ABS, but I don't think the ABS or any of those matter with underneath.
Okay. And what's the weight on this? Like 900 and something pounds?
Yeah, something like 946 is what's in my mind. Something
946 pounds. So, and looking at the bottom, so the first thing we'll do is take off this skid plate to see what's underneath that. Because with that on there, all I can see is this front part of the engine block, whatever that is. And then also the kickstand, the center stand, does have a nice spot to put that. So we'll need to see what's underneath the skid plate. So we'll get that taken off. Through a 10 millimeter. That works. Well, that's not very tight.
That doesn't surprise me.
But this one's being held. There's the washer.
Yeah, I didn't think this had to take.
Alright, so here's the skid plate that came out from under there. Certainly wouldn't want to lift on that. Fancy motorcycle with reverse. Alright, we're going to try to run it over the ramps and see how it works. I got a feeling it's going to... Are you going to get any kind of speed or just go slow?
Slow.
Because I'm going to have to hold it from moving. Because it moves a lot.
I don't know, I'll be on top of this side of it. Like when I hit the bottom, I'll probably be on the top as well. With the angle of the tire here.
I don't think so.
No. Let's see what it does first.
Alright, I'll just be ready to dive out of the way. But you look pretty centered. That's not going to work.
No? I was like, that feels weird.
You would probably push the
Oh,
thing
you're
over.
pushing it. Oh.
I can't. Let me get this out of the way again.
But now it should be easy to put it on.
Oh yeah, it'll be much
higher.
easier. Alright, so keep that same center. Maybe that was just a hair, but that's far enough. That way a little bit.
What? I was
Just
looking
a hair.
down. I was looking down.
Just a hair. Okay, straighten it and watch your spot. Just here. Hey, stop.
Yeah. That's far over, huh?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Alright, so let me,
That's... Turn it off.
oh yeah, and now you're far enough this way that I can get to the pins on the other side.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Lean it to the right a little bit.
On that. The front's not a square, right?
How does that feel left, right?
Oh, it's solid.
Way better?
That's quite solid. Look at that.
Alright, well, keep going. Keep your, you're in charge of balancing it though.
Yeah. Front and back does not move at all.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the center of gravity
Yeah.
spot.
Well, and it's like known for that because that's so well centered, that
Yeah.
spot. Look at that.
Alright, we got it centered on here. It's very balanced. It doesn't seem to want to teeter left and right either. I was thinking of originally putting it on the front of the engine because that's the flat spot that I found, and then realized that with the center kickstand bar up is an excellent mounting point. If I can get an angle on it. Yeah, there we go. So it sits flat on there, and obviously that's a flat thing, so it balances it really well, and then the center of gravity is good. Front post, let me get it from the other side so we can see that. So rear one sits on the folded up center kickstand. Front one's on the block, engine block. Right here's where I was thinking of putting it, but that put the center of gravity way too far back, so I don't think it would have been stable. So this is perfect, and then that's putting weight on there. Hopefully that's strong enough. I think it will be. 'Cause I think most of the weight anyway is on the kickstand. That's the center. So we're going to put a couple of straps on it now, and then lift it up and get some better angles on it. But I mean, as you can see, it's very solid. Doesn't seem to want to tip over sideways or front and back. So. All right, now we're off the ground. Okay to keep going?
Oh yeah.
I want to get it up at least to the first anchor point on the block.
And that's probably enough.
But if you're doing tires, but you still want it up to the safety point. But I guess if it's below that point, it's not that big a deal if it comes down.
I guess if you're doing tires, you might want it a little higher than the first. I don't know where the first one's gonna stop, but
I just want to get it all the way up in there anyway, then we can video around it and demonstrate it better.
yeah, I mean the legs move a little bit.
Yeah, but they're not going anywhere. That's the Expedition. That's 6,000 pounds.
Yeah. I mean it moves just because they have a movement, but it's totally solid.
Oh yeah. They'll even wiggle the cars on it. It's normal.
Yeah.
They're all extended all the way out.
That's awesome, man. Talk about making work easier, like, well, we do quick.
Now we know how to put it on.
Yeah, we do really quick about putting it up and then boom, super easy. But you wouldn't want to have that pan still on there, right? The skid plate?
No, you definitely need to take that off.
Yeah. Yeah. Video.
Alright, now it's sitting on the lock. Got it up on the lift. Here's what we decided to do for anchor points. This point here, this is really strong. We've got a ratchet strap to that, pulling down to the lift over here. Keeps it from falling out that way. This one, same connection point there, and then we just came down and went around this post, and then we just came back up and wrapped it around this post. And that is super secure. Let's see if I can get a better angle of where we've got it sitting. It looks like it's barely touching the exhaust, but not any weight on it. All the weight's on that, I don't know what that is. Engine block, transmission, or something. I think most of the weight's sitting on that. Well, anyway, this is super awesome. Definitely works for this bike. We were concerned, but it's flat enough on there. After seeing that, I wonder if your Yamaha, with the same point, if the kickstand has a flat spot like that.
Well, it doesn't have it only has a kickstand, not a center stand.
Oh, there's no center stand.
So,
okay.
And the exhaust goes there.
Yeah.
So we'll have to
So we'll have to figure something out. And I definitely, you know, this entry plate, it would be nice if it was a little more gradual, but I'm going to make a 2x6 platform with maybe 2 layers deep and then just taper it down and make a gradual ramp. It wasn't that big a deal though to just drive it over and then slide them out. So maybe it's not worth the trouble, but you know, if you had a nice smooth ramp, it would be nice to just, if you're by yourself, to just drive it over.
Yeah, by yourself it would be way easier to be able to just drive over.
I'm definitely satisfied with the ramps. The motorcycle adapter does the job. I got a feeling that my brother's going to be over here whenever he's got to do some work on his bike from here on out.
Absolutely.
So we went ahead and lifted the motorcycle all the way to the top safety lock points. So this is high. So that way you can roll around underneath it if you're going to change the oil or something. Anyway, so we're using the MaxJax creeper that actually has a adjustable back on it, so you can keep stuff at just the right angle.
While you have it up, let's put that back on.
Oh, yeah.
Can't do it well.
Oh, yeah, you can.
I can't believe I got you on that.
Yeah, you got me on that.
Shows my genius.
I might if you can hear it. Maybe I'll hear it.
Yeah.
I will. If I can hear it, I'll leave. Indoor. Maybe some of those have a little mini lift in the middle that picks it up off the tire. I haven't seen it like that.
But like the ones that I was talking about where they're the actual motorcycle lift and they have an actual platform like ATV lift, motorcycle lift, and they'll have a bit of a platform in the middle. They'll have an adapter that's kind of like those pins you put in there, but you put them in, and that I have seen is you put them in somewhere on the platform where it has something that sticks up, and that can go in between exhausts and things.
What you could do is just throw the side stand down, and as it came down, it would just sit on the side stand. I bet you.
Yeah.
Put your hand on it. Just make sure. Because this would be hard to do by yourself if you. It's gonna want to look. It looks like it's leaning that way. I think I would shoot it that.
Leaning this way or that way?
Seems like it's leaning towards the lift post.
Oh.
Yeah, it's wanting to go the wrong way. I can't. Just don't stand on that piggy. The left.
Stand on the yellow part?
She's not big enough to help. Oh, she did. Yeah, it definitely wants to go that way. It definitely wanted to